Hello, and welcome to In the DeNovo. I'm Will Grace, founder and managing director here at DeNovo Treasury, where we empower leaders of community financial institutions entering commercial and industrial banking with expertise for their strategic investment in treasury management products and services. We prioritize the how over the what. We believe in a collaborative journey and go beyond traditional services by actively transferring treasury management expertise to our clients. Thank you for joining us and staying in the know within the DeNovo. So you've given us a few examples, but I guess, are there different types of AI, and what would they be? And
Yeah, there's this kind of concept of different classifications and kind of categories of AI. These are again things that I'm still learning about, and they're still getting pulled together. But, there's kind of this concept of weak AI and strong AI. Weak AI is kind of narrow artificial intelligence that's automates specific tasks. So things like reconciliations, I would say, is kind of weak AI. It's narrowly defined, problem. You've got to reconcile your accounts. AI can help that process. It can filter. It's looking at inbox for email. That's a weak AI piece. The recommendation engines that I talked about before, music recommendations, that's more weak. And chatbots, which I think in banking and credit union space, we've seen a lot of chatbots over the last, I'd say, probably decade at this point.
Okay.
And that's really narrow focused. And then what's really kind of exploded now is strong AI, which is more artificial general intelligence. So it's kind of the human level, human-like intelligence, being able to solve problems that the computer hasn't necessarily worked on. So it's training the data to be able to learn more on how to solve a problem. And it's kind of one of those things that I think everyone's probably more scared about is AI taking over the world. Is the artificial intelligence is so general and so smart that it can pose a lot of risks. And so I think we're starting to see some aspects of that of things, but I think it's at a point where things are still kind of weak as far as the ability for it to act exclusively like a human does.
Sure.
But I think underlying that, I guess, is there's kind of the way I've started to learn and kind of bucket it is there's kind of four main types of AI. There's kind of reactive machines, which example of this is really the Netflix recommendation engine. So people that watch these movies, similar to music, it's able to kind of think through a specialized way to think about some data. So that's probably a good example is reactive machines. There's limited memory, which is storing data and making predictions on kind of future things, and that's really ChatGPT. If everyone's seen that and explored that, that's really kind of limited memory that's training a data set. The self-driving car example is also limited memory. So you think about Tesla and kind of being able to train based on a map how to drive a car that's there. The kind of the third a third category and type is theory of mind, and this is one that doesn't even exist yet, but this is around human emotions. So not necessarily applicable to the banking space, really, but it could be something you think about, what's a loan look like, and maybe there's some human elements to it that could be interesting. And then kind of the fourth one is really that self-awareness. Also doesn't exist yet, but it's kind of that human-like consciousness. So that's super deep, Will, I guess.
It's super deep. Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully that's helpful. But it's something I'm learning about. I think that there's just a lot of noise out there around this, and there's a lot to discover, and it's super exciting, especially when you start to apply it to financial services.
Right. I guess those last two are probably the ones that get people a little scared when we talk about human emotion and self-awareness. But
Yeah.
that would be very interesting because those are two things that people make buying decisions on. And I
Yeah.
guess if you're going to, put that into financial services, that could be an advantage at some point if you're able to harness that. So it's an interesting that that's going to be coming at some point.
Yeah. Yep.
Kind of cool if you can use it in the right way. Thanks for tuning into this episode of In the DeNovo. For more content like the video we shared today, check out our website at DeNovoTreasury.com and our YouTube channel at DeNovo Treasury. Thanks, and see you next time.